Welcome back. COVID-19 remains one of the defining moments of 2020 with implications that will last into the decade as public healthcare management and the economy become largely impacted. This has created uncertainties for medium and micro businesses currently feeling the sudden changes in their campaign performance as a result of this worldwide pandemic. A digital strategist, Mercy George Igbafe, joins us now to proffer some solutions to changes for businesses. Good morning and thanks for coming on the program.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very humbled by this. I wouldn't take it for granted at all.
Thank you. Now, so let's begin the conversation with your perspectives of how the coronavirus has impacted businesses.
Let me start with the American inventor. The meaning of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. So I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I'd like to speak post-corona, because everybody's speaking corona, COVID-19. There's going to be after corona, after the lockdown. What are the strategies that we're going to put in place, business-wise, career? There is no business as usual anymore. It's out the window. There is no 9 to 5 anymore. It's out the window. Unemployment is definitely going to spike. And as an employee, I'd like to say this. I like your statistics that you shared earlier. Online engagement has increased. Let me just shock you with some stats. Is that okay? I checked on Google before I came this morning. What are Nigerians searching for? Comparing it, or our time online, comparing it with UK, US, and Ghana. At least we're closely related. We are 4% on web search. So we're not particularly learning. And one of the things that people are doing now is binge watching Netflix shows, things that are not going to add value. I like to say yesterday or 2 days ago, 2 of my teenagers passed the Google Garage Digital Marketing exam. I want this time to be productive for them. So this is my challenge to a lot of people. Think post-COVID. If you're not ready to adapt, what happened to a lot of taxi companies that Uber came and disrupted? Because this is not the first time. Unfortunately, with COVID-19, it's very sudden. We are not used to this type of shock. So there's a time. The internet evolution shut a lot of businesses out, and Uber came into existence, Starbucks. They disrupted the entire place. So if you're a business owner and you are not thinking, how do I adapt to this change? Because COVID-19 has become the new normal. It has disrupted everything. The world is at a standstill right now. So as a business person, start thinking innovation, start thinking adaptation, and that is taken from the Agile Scrum. As a digital strategist, this is what I do. So help you put structures in place. How are you communicating with your client? As an employee, what value are you bringing to the company? The MD is not going to come and ask you, sorry, what do we do? No, you have to tell the MD. This is where we're weak. This is where we need to adapt. This is where we need to evolve. So, and their information, unfortunately, in Nigeria, we are struggling because there is no data to back up our decision making. I did a free training just to help and support as part of my contribution to businesses. Over 110 people registered, and 64% of them were women. The rest were men. So women are going to take a larger hit because luxury buying, I like all the questions you asked the Konga MD. Luxury buying is going to be out of the window. We are going back to the Maslow hierarchy of needs. So it's going to be on priority. What are my immediate needs right now? So what am I going to focus on? Where do I get those things? So these things are very, very important. It cannot be overemphasized. So I just think that with regards to post-COVID, businesses need to start thinking out of the box. If you had a marketing strategy for 2020, throw it out of the window, because it's not going to work. I'd like to leave this word before I end for your next question, is start support marketing. There is no transactional marketing. It's out of the window. There is no value add. It's going to be support. I support you, you support me. How is that going to work? And Africans, we're not very strong when it comes to that area of supporting each other. We support celebrity, but when we chose to change the norm with entertainment, you saw what happened. Even foreign music could not gain entrance in our market. So we need to translate that to business, our day-to-day living, to what we are doing tomorrow, to what is going to happen after the lockdown. This is an opportunity to start learning. I have taken more than 20 webinars in the last 2 days because I need to evolve. I need to adapt. I need to change my processes, which is very key for a lot of businesses to succeed.
Now, as a strategist now, you tell us what are some of the marketing strategies that businesses can possibly adopt now to survive post this COVID-19 era?
Thank you for that question. I would like to say the pillar of Scrum, as an agile practitioner, the pillar of Scrum teaches you transparency, trust. So number one, your communication has to be airtight. What kind of communication are you putting out? What kind of information are you sending out? How are you engaging with your customers? What kind of structures, even unstructured system, remote working is going to skyrocket. So a lot of MDs that have adopted remote working, unfortunately, majority of our people are on holiday. I've been 24/7 on the internet. Our engagement on social activity has reduced, but we are binge watching, we are engaging, we are not offering content. This is my challenge to businesses. Start shooting content, purposeful content. This is the best time to lend a voice. I love what Konga said they did in not exploiting. Africans, we tend to exploit the situation, which will not bring you return customers. So know that if you're not adding value to businesses, to people around you, to your customers, your existing customers, I'm not telling you about new customers. Number one, go inside. Start reflecting internally. My customers, how do I best engage them? What can I say to support them? How do I let them know I care for what they are doing now? So if those measures are not put in place, it's going to send you out of business. And you don't want to be out of business. The sad reality is a lot of businesses are going to struggle and many will shut down, especially those that are not thinking out of the box. How do I get people to start thinking differently? How am I going to be as honest, as transparent with my team, which is part of the pillar of Scrum? How am I going to start communicating? What do I need to start testing now? Then iterate. Start testing, iterate, test, iterate it, and check, is it succeeding? Is it working? So this is important to put a structure in place. Remote working is going to be far engaging and reduce the number of people. So you can't even say you're an employee, you're a receptionist. I'm sorry, your work might be in jeopardy right now, because if the MD looks in the hierarchy of teams that he needs in the office, you're not relevant. Anybody can be receptionist. Anybody can take the call. So you need to start thinking, sir, let's try this. Start adding value to your boss. Start adding value to the business. Start doing research. Start finding out, how do I best communicate with my client? How do I tell them the truth of what is going on? Unfortunately, in terms of measuring what is going on, BT released a communication that says that their internet spike has moved from 35% to 65%. So there are a lot of people online. But what are you watching? What are you doing? What content are you consuming? You need to do an audit of your account. Who am I following? What information am I consuming? What kind of content do I need to send out? Content was king in 2019, but now content needs to be king in Africa. We need to start repurposing content that is valuable, that will make me come back to your page. I'm not talking about entertainment. Entertainment really, number one, is ranking. But unfortunately, our people are not learning. We troll, we talk on entertainers, we are following them. For what? What's the benefit to you as an individual that you are burning data? People are saying there's no money. But we are spending money on data because internet has gone up. Internet usage has increased. So what are you using that internet? Is it to watch a movie? You need to change that narrative. My 8-year-old is learning digital marketing. It's a goal for me. They say charity starts from the house. So I'm making sure it's affecting my team, it's affecting my children, it's affecting everybody around me. You're taking something that is valuable so that it can be a value add.
Now, there have also been concerns about cyber crimes as an impact, with its impact on online businesses. How do we check this?
Honestly, let me speak from the perspective of Instagram. It will be hard. So first, how do you check? How do you verify? So for me, when you go, I get people add me or come to my page. First thing, when I see you connect with me on any social platforms, I first go and check your profile. How many following do you have? Because I don't need you in my space. If you're a nuisance, how many following do you have? And why are there white people on your account? Because Nigerian people or Africans, we're not the number one fraudulent people in the world based on data that was released, yeah? But they use white people, disguise, and put pictures of them. Once I see that you're less than how many following, and you're on my page making comments, I block you straight. Instantly, I block you. Don't have access to my account. Because me exposing my own users to you gives you access to go and follow them and start engaging them. So we need to be conscious. Number one, I tell people, go and do an audit of your account. Who are you following? What value are they adding? If you want to start shooting out content in terms of knowing who are dodgy, who are fraudulent, know their track record. What are the testimonials that have been said? Do research. Why is it hard for people to research? Just spend 5-10 minutes on an account. Research, you will see a pattern, you will see a trend, so you will know this person is dodgy. Because everybody is on social, we are in a survival mode now. So everybody's trying all their hands on things that, all manner of things, whether good or bad. So you make sure that you are adding value. You make sure you are doing something different. And that's one of the things that we have tried to do by offering free training, by creating a system. Like now, we're trying to organize another free training as cheap as possible, giving you hand-holding for the next 1 week, tools that you can use that can help you ameliorate the stress. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought about pandemonium, fear. People are panicking, people are not sure, and you have every right to be panicking and be scared of the current situation. So you need to put systems in place, tools, digital tools that are free, available for you to leverage on for your business, to help you communicate with your team, to help you audit your system, to help you identify your weak points, to help you identify where do you need to start testing what is not working so that you can discard. Don't go back to the old way of doing system. It's not going to work.
Now, how do we capture more women-led businesses into the internet revolution?
Oh, God. There's a reason, beg your pardon, there's a reason I'm very focused on women. There's a customer of mine, Tundu. I did a journey map for her. As a woman, you know that we try several businesses. You try buying and selling, it doesn't work, you pack it up. You try cyber cafe, it doesn't work, you pack it up. You try this one, it doesn't work. Most of the money, maybe you're not the one giving the money, though. Maybe it's your husband. Maybe it's your life savings. But we never learn from mistakes that we make. Once you don't put systems, structures in place for your business to run without you, you're going to fail. You will fail. And that's a fact. Many women have tanked a lot of money in terms of doing business. And don't be afraid to get into the field. The IT world is highly male-dominated. I need more women to join me, to start speaking the voice. I need more women to start adding value. What can I do differently? One of the things I would advise a lot of women to stop doing, which is what we do so well, is sell, sell, sell. No, add value. You will stand out. Be a purpose-driven individual. As a business, as an enterprise, as an organization, don't just focus on the money. The money will come when you are adding value. Let there be a shift in the way we are doing business. And honestly, don't say you are, okay, I told you 2 of my children did the Google Garage and passed. I noticed one does not like digital marketing. She loves coding. She has started another course on coding. She's 14 years old. Engage your children. In the next 5 years, and she's a programmer. She has gotten into this world. So don't be afraid to try something that is new. There's information out there. I mean, Lento is offering free training. Leverage on it. Maximize those opportunities. And honestly, it's a lot of work to do, especially with African. We need a mind shift until our brain shift. We spend so much money on Ashwebi, personally. I've stopped. Don't bring Ashwebi to me. We spend so much money on makeup, on Ashwebi, and as a result, it's affecting and taking a toll on our spending. Where we need to spend money learning, impacting our self-knowledge, we're not spending the money. So that's the problem. It's a misnomer that you think you have to spend 50, 100,000 on this, but here is empty. So it starts from here. So how to get more women in the ICT? It starts from our mind. Tell yourself you can do it. If I can, I will struggle, you will struggle. But there's support system. I have a growing ecosystem of almost 1,000 people in my group. I'm lending my own expertise. There are systems in place to support women. I'm challenging a lot of African women that are out there. Support upcoming ones. Hold them by the hands and encourage them. It doesn't matter how many times they fail. It's not about how many times you fail. You will fail so long as you're willing to stand up again. That is the key thing, especially any field, as a coder, as an internet developer, and anything that a woman does well, we succeed. We succeed because we are detailed, we are thorough. So I'm challenging, join me. This space is too large and it's not enough. There's so much to be done, especially for our girls. And don't do it because, I want to have an NGO, then all in the name of making money. No, it will crash and it will burn because your intention, it's not sincere. There are so many skills to learn. You can become a UI, UX designer. You can become a digital marketing expert. I'm not talking about social media because everybody says, I'm a digital marketing person. Well, you are social. I'm a professional digital marketer. You understand? Not just that, it didn't end there. I'm an Agile certified Scrum Master. So I've been learning. And that's why I can adapt it to my business. Remote working has been entrenched into my business from the inception of my business. So when it happened, it's just a natural adjusting. I'm not running up and down for staff. So a lot of women can join me as well.
But some women would say that I'm not tech savvy. So how do I, take up this opportunity? How will it work for me? Do I have to learn to be tech savvy to be able to tap into this?
I really love that question. Everything starts with a step. You agree with me, right? That's why we're offering this 1-week training at a very reduced cost.
Aside
from the training. We are holding your hands. So starting from step 1, what do I need to do? Step 2, what do I need to do? Okay, this tool is going to help me get money from these customers from here. This tool is going to help me communicate better with my customers. This tool, I would automate it, and now my email marketing channels will be more effective. This tool will help me put structures and systems for communication. I'll tell you a tool that is one of the tools that is very good, Trello. Trello is actually is like WhatsApp. It's a very good tool that you can use for communication. So as a team, you can communicate. You can have your structured board. You can have systems in place that your staff does this, they do this. Honestly, you end up working more as a remote employee than you working in an office. Because at home, there is system, you have to do the job. Constantly, you're working. So there is no excuse, if you get what I mean. So there are tools that are there, step by step. It will require patience. Whether you are tech savvy or not, just test it. There's somebody there to support you, and you're not alone, and that's the truth.
It's been quite an interesting conversation. Digital strategist Mercy George Igbafe, thanks for coming on the program.
Thank you so much for having me.